Hi guys, and welcome to another video. My name is Jackie if you guys are new here, and today we're going to be going through all things just planning for October. Firstly, I want to go through my whole bullet journal setup for this month and find it. So I just did a cute little easy cover page, just a little doodles of some fall things, and I really liked how this turned out. This is kind of one of my favorite, honestly, setups in the last few months, but especially a cover page. And then for my monthly spread, I did my typical calendar layout, and then I added two boxes, one being my goals and big projects, because I feel like I've been getting too bogged down in the million things I have to do instead of looking at the big picture, like where I'm going. So I wanted to include that in my monthly spread, just kind of like be able to zoom out a little bit each day when I fill out this bullet journal. And then on the other side of that coin is I'm again bogged down by all these things I feel like I need to do. So these are just, I wanted to put a little thing where it's like side projects where it's like not urgent, but I kind of need to do soon, but just so whenever I find a day that maybe I got ahead or I got extra time in between classes or something like that, depending on the size of the task, I can either work on it or knock it out in one of those, oddball moments. Then I have my stress and fitness trackers, and I did these the exact same as I did last month. I love it, especially my stress tracker. I've been tracking my stress for at least a year now, and I love doing that. And then recently, in the last few months, if you guys have been keeping up with my little plan with me, you'll have seen that I kind of added this reflection aspect to it. And the first time I did it, I think I did like way too much. I love this because it's just like a little thought in my reflection, whether it's a good thing, bad thing, just you got through today, even if it's just that you made it through. Just whatever I'm feeling when I'm reflecting on it, I just write just a few words down there, and I really love that. And then my fitness tracker, I write down all my workouts, and I'm currently still doing 75 hard, so I have 2 workouts on here. So my little time tracker is it's a little bit more relevant while doing 75 hard because each of my workouts has to be at least 45 minutes, so I can really see that add up each day. But also just in general terms, I don't follow necessarily a strict workout schedule. I mean, I do work out twice a day, but I don't schedule in my rest days. And when I rest during 75 hard, I might do a walk in yoga, or maybe even 2 yoga workouts, one in the morning, one later in the day, something like that. I don't schedule those in. I just kind of take them when I need them. And then pretty much any day I'm working out, I'm doing an actual workout, I will go to the gym and do one of the Sculpt You workouts. But then I wanted to do something new as far as weekly kind of spreads go. So I stopped doing weekly spreads probably around the beginning of this year. I think I might have still been doing weeklies at the beginning of this year. But these were like all of my, I do a 2-page spread. Well, I had, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday notes. And I kind of had just a limited block for each day. And I read the bullet journal method book, and I started getting into daily logging after that. And then I ended up getting rid of my weeklies, but I find that with my bullet journal, I'm kind of needing to do some more like reflection, and instead of just like being bogged down in the tasks, actually do just some more intentional work. And so I decided to do this kind of weekly spread that I want to do for every single week in this month, and where I like list out the events and stuff that I have going on during the week, but I also list my wins, my challenges, the status of my goals, which again ties into my box on my monthly spread, which, each week it has me looking back to that point and thinking about the bigger picture again. And then also just improvements for next week, just anything I feel I could do better, anything I could be more organized with. If the time management I was keeping wasn't quite working, it's just constant reflection and improvement, and that I feel like I've been lacking for a little while. That's my whole setup for the month, and then it goes into daily logging after that, because I am doing this a little bit into the start of the month. And I love bullet journaling. I've been doing it for over 3 years now, and if you've never tried it, this is my baby. But I wanted to talk about how I plan out other things, because not everything in my life is in here, but I will say if I write anything down, this is where I put it. The one thing that with the bullet journal that I can't do scheduling wise is like breaking down my time into like the little tiny chunks of time. Like there are periods when I don't have to do this, but right now I have to time like how long I take to eat breakfast. Like I can't take too long to do really anything. And so what I've been doing is I got the Google Calendar, and I started putting out the chunks of time, like even if it's like the drive to the gym, like I include that in my chunk of time for my workout. I'm still working on getting consistent with it, but it has been a life changer on the days I do, because I set it up so that I get a notification at the time. Just basically like an alarm going off saying, okay, you're done with this assignment, now move on to the next assignment, or okay, you're done with this assignment, it's snack time, it's workout time, it's whatever. I have something that stops me and gets me to move on to the next thing. And as someone who's constantly worrying about all the million things I have to do and has a lot on my plate, I tend to work on something but then have a million other ideas going on in my head, worrying about the timeline for my project for another class, or you know, when I'm gonna go to the gym that day, all that stuff. But when I put all this stuff in my Google Calendar, I can't say I'm perfect at it, but it does help me to only focus, like, okay, it's breakfast time, I get to just worry about breakfast. And because everything else has a time set aside and I will get there. And you know, it's time for my astronomy homework assignment, boom, I'll work on my programming project at 2 o'clock, but right now it's this assignment. And having that chunk of time, and including chunks of time to plan in each of my days, I take about 15 minutes for my bullet journal every morning. It's not long, but I take the time to do that, and I typically do my whole Google Calendar thing at night before I like get ready for bed. But it has been a huge help, and you guys should give it a try, or even if it's just, because what I started out doing was I was setting alarms on my phone, but that started to get kind of annoying. And I really like that on the Google Calendar, you can see like your whole day kind of laid out in front of you, like just chunk by chunk. And I don't do this on the weekends. And for example, today's a Friday and I honestly don't have the rest of my day scheduled out, but I know I have a good few things I need to get done. So what I've been doing today is every few hours, I'm just like, okay, I want to plan out the next 3 hours. I planned out up until breakfast last night. And then when I was sitting down eating breakfast, I planned out through lunch. And when I eat lunch, then I'll plan out through, you know, till I kind of chill out for the evening, because it is a Friday, so that will end earlier. But when I have my school days and stuff, I will do the whole day from like wake up to bedtime the night before. But it depends on what day we're talking about. I'm not like, I don't want to plan every single second of my life out, but when you're really busy, it's a huge stress reliever to have things like pre-taken care of for you, and you know that there's a time that you're gonna have to work on something that you're worried about. You're just not there yet, and that helps a ton. But I've been rambling about that. And yeah, that's about everything I've been doing to plan my days. My days do look very different. Some days I work my afternoon shifts and some days I have school, so I don't have like a every day at 8 o'clock I go to the gym kind of thing. But I do have some semblance of a routine, but I'm trying to be very lax and not routine my life away. But that is all the planning I have done for this month and how I'm gonna keep my life together for the month of October. And if you guys enjoyed, please give this a like and subscribe, because it really supports my channel. And if you have any other things, any planning suggestions that you use, any questions you have about anything else I planned or anything like that, drop them in the comments down below. And be sure to tick the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos from me. I upload new videos at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will see you guys next week in the next video. Bye guys.